Hi everyone! If you're not familiar with my vlog, this is the long-running, fan-favorite segment where we take a moment to ponder over Justin Bieber getting fat, old, and wrinkly. As we ponder this, we realize that we never really planned this far ahead. We come to the startling reality that despite his seeming eternal youth, here he is, just as gross and unappealing as all the old people we saw 30 years ago. His growing old serves as a stark reminder that time, despite us being prepared or not, continues to move forward, and when we look in the mirror, we see that we are also fat, old, and wrinkly too. Things then get a little too real, and we break down our actions in life that led us to this point. Am I happy where I turned out? Did I do those things I said I would? Have I been living the life I've always wanted? You may go through something you never could have imagined before. Your child in a hospital bed fighting for their life, your parents nearing the end of their time here on earth as you prepare for life without them, or a messy divorce that has turned everyone you once thought you could trust against you. You just never know. We could have Justin for the next 30 years, or we could lose him. Our lives could turn out simpler than our brains could ever comprehend, and we see that there was never really anything to worry about in the first place. Or a climate disaster could leave us in the worst hell humanity has ever known. As you stare at this paparazzi photo of Justin Bieber, now 60 years old and no longer resembling the person we once were so accustomed to, you see that both you and him only have 20 or maybe 30 years left in the tank, as opposed to the behemoth that 50 years looked like when you were 30. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell to get notified of more awesome videos like this. Thank you all very much for watching. Daytime at fucking midnight.
It's really gross, but the point is that I understand why you did it, and I love you. I want you to know that I really love you, and it's been.
It sure looks like Gotham out there.
It's looking like Gotham tonight.
It's a dark, eerie night of snow and petulance. The fuck?
Hello everyone, welcome to the part where I show you all the work I got done last week. As you can see here, we got some cool clips here, and it's done. Well, alrighty. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and next week we're gonna.
A tutorial of how to hook up this microphone necessarily, but what we do is we go around and we plant seeds and we arm people with just enough knowledge to be dangerous when they're providing tech support for their families.
That's good.
And then we see what grows.
Yeah, that's good. You just got back from CES.
Yes.
Now, can you explain to anyone who doesn't know what that is? I'm excited.
I have been uncomfortable my whole life. There was something about me that made others feel uncomfortable. It made them act defensive, like I'm a threat. I started smiling more than I should to combat it, which also backfired. And it's like whether I frown or I smile, people are alarmed. I tried shaping myself in their image of what I think they find acceptable. But all it did was isolate me further. There's a moment where they realize something's off and shut me out. I don't like talking to others for this reason. I have a non-stop flow of thoughts. Creative, positive, negative, mundane, extreme. It keeps me up at night. I used to fall asleep a lot easier. Nowadays, a full night's rest is such a rarity. I try not to complain about it, because I don't think anyone cares. I feel hurt by that. Like if I fall asleep on the wheel and almost die, people will care then, but they'll only care as much as they're able to, even under such extreme circumstances. I want people to join me in my sadness, so I don't feel so alone with it. My parents are getting kicked out of their place, and I have to help them find somewhere new to live. Somehow I end up having to come through for them, even when my reserves are empty. And when my reserves are full, or decent, I feel I have no other choice. Because, it's only right. At the end of the day, I just hope they don't give up hope. I admire their ability to keep moving forward. I just hate that the buck keeps getting passed to me year after year. I don't know. It's all just bullshit. Even your bullshit. Hey, what did I do? I'm just trying to hear you out. Sounds like you're going through a lot. Yeah. Are you ready for your probe? All right. I've got the whole setup here. I'm walking around. I should probably lock my car. I think that's important. There's a point last year, near the end of last year, before I moved out, where I was doing this more often. But it's been less so as of late because holy crap, life is insane. But I'm trying to get back into it. And I've been wanting to go to this park for a solid little minute now. It's over by a neighborhood that's next to my gym. So, yeah. This is really interesting. Got like a little volleyball court here. Also, I don't know if this laps around or if I'm just going deeper into the abyss. I wish there was an easier way to... I'm surprised Apple has not made a way to turn this damn camera around just while you're filming. Jesus. This thing is creaky. Oh, god damn. I don't know if you can see it that well, but that thing was moving. Right now it's not too cold. I wanted to come here earlier, but I got distracted making a TikTok. I should really frame this better. I'm like, yeah, so anyways, there's like a little spout over there. I'll at least film that. It's just spouting away. God, I'm in the darkness right now. I've been wanting to go on more walks because I'm really stressed. really stressed, and I don't mind being inside a lot, but going outside, going to the gym, making other uses of my time now that I have more time, I think is going to be the best for me. We're officially getting to the point where this is becoming part of my life in ways that, you know, I mean, I'm doing it for a reason. It's supposed to be that way for me. I just feel like if I really didn't care about this, if I could easily have let it go, then it would have already happened. But I can't let it go. I've been wanting to do this since I was 12 years old. And the fact that even though, you know, I'm not making money from it, even though the views are low, in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's like every time that I post one of these and when I'm working on it, I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to be using my body for. You know, there's many uses for the body. And this is one of them. And I'm just happy to have a point in my life where I can do it. It is kind of a strain on like, okay, how much work should I be putting in? And I've never truly pursued it to this degree, so I'm still just kind of figuring things out. Got other projects that I want to put out there. Not currently working on right now because I'm figuring this out, but I just know when I get back to it, it's gonna be crazy. Just excited to share myself with the world, and I don't know, I want to find people that are on the same wave as me. Oh, it's a dead end over there. My God.
But then we have artificial intelligence be conditioned, be controlled by that pixel to generate a whole bunch of other pixels. Not only is it able to generate other pixels spatially, because it's aware of what the colors should be, it has been trained.
Bombs? Oh, marvelous. Read the caption below the photograph. So what do you think? Looks good. Damn right it does.
Certain circumstance, the one thing that stood out that I wanted to talk about in this vlog was the concept of believing in yourself. And it's a subject that I've talked about a lot, and it's something
All right, just got out of the gym. I did some running. I did some other stuff. It was quite an adventure. Oh my God, things have been quite a journey as of late. Feels like so much is happening just in this month. I can only imagine how the rest of the year is turning out, but I will say I'm much happier doing or going about life how I'm going about it right now than I have ever. But yeah, in other news, I tripped on a substance that, let's just say, grows from the ground, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it has absolutely, much like every other trip, it's done some stuff to me. It was very intense. I don't know what the strain was or what was going on there, but it was different from anything else I had ever tried. To get the visual and the physical out of the way, everything was just kind of melding together a little bit. Like I could feel the room, like it was a part of me. And the visuals, you know, before the visuals were kind of like you stare at the wall and it starts messing with the wall and stuff. That's one type of visuals. Another one, in this case, the visuals were so enmeshed with everything else. It wasn't like a fun little, ooh, look at, you know, this thing shifting, or like, that's so cool. No, it was like literally everything was just changing and vibrating and doing all types of crazy stuff. It was intense. I had never experienced something like that before. Like I remember going into my buddy's room because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm like, this is too much. I need like a change of environment right now. And I just went into his room, and I remember his cat, like, oh god, the connection I had to his cat was intense. It was like, it's just this furry little ball of love and energy and pureness. And it was just like in our apartment, we're kind of having some interesting, like my friends' rooms are cold. Mine, it isn't. It's actually kind of too warm. And so going into his room, straight up, like I was cold in there. I was freezing. But like when my hands were like on his cat and the warmth from his body, like it just went up my arms, and just it was both beautiful and also terrifying. Speaking of terrifying, holy crap. I feel like this dude is about to blind me. I feel like he's about to blind me. Let's see what's going on. He's about to see that I'm doing a thing that might make him go a little faster, but we'll see how this goes. There it is. There it is. Well, hey, it gives me some lighting. Yeah, no, but continuing on, and I remember going into my buddy's bathroom, and like the room felt huge. I felt small. Oh, it was crazy. And on top of that, when we came back to the living room, we were watching the NVIDIA keynotes.
All right. Wait for it. Wait for it. I thought I was worthy.
You know, unveiling the 5000 series, which I've been very anxiously waiting for day by day, and I just couldn't pay attention. It was so intense. It was so intense. But that was the peak. You know, eventually the peak died down, and when it does, you know, you get something more calm, more chill, and you're just feeling so in the moment. You're just experiencing it so hard. And I remember I just felt so good. Once you get to that point, you just feel amazing. You just feel so content and so at peace with being there. And I remember a moment where I just broke down because, you know, we were trying to get down to the bottom of why I just feel so annoyed, why I feel so disgruntled at all times, and why I'm just so, you know? And I broke down when I realized that what I want is peace. I want peace within myself, because my mind is just going all the time, and it can be good, it can be bad, but it's just going, and it affects the rest of my body, because it's just it all just adds up, it stacks. When I really look inward and I think about what is the root to so much of my behaviors, is that I just don't have peace within myself, within the confines of my mind. I am just a constant war with myself, with my morals, with what I believe. with judgment of myself, with so much. And I just can't go about my life and, have to handle other people's expectations and other people in general, and expectations placed on me, or just things that I know I have to do but I'm putting off, and just on top of what I deal with in my own inner world, I have a life that I have to maintain, and it's just too much. When you trip, you don't really piece everything together right then and there. Some things you can, other things you just piece it piece by piece, month by month, year by year. It just all makes sense over time. And right now, I'll be honest, it still doesn't quite make sense. I know what's afflicting me, but I just don't know what I can do to fix it. But I know it'll make sense in time, and everything will make sense in time. And I just have such a much more positive outlook of my future. My future actually looks bright nowadays, and I'm very just... So yeah, I'm going through things. I have stress that is absolutely plaguing my soul, but at the same time, I'm engaging in something so beautiful, and I'm watching it grow. I hope that you can gain some sort of value from anything that I'm saying here, anything from the other vlogs, anything from my future, anything from my life. I just want joy in my life and in others. This vlog and what I create is my anchor, and I hope that for anybody, somebody out there, it can be their anchor too during these hard times. So yeah, anyways, people are leaving all over the place, and it's I want to go home, so I'm gonna go home. I love you.